Hello, and today I'm going to be looking at the ArcGIS Unreal Beta Maps SDK, and with this I'm just trying to understand its limitations. So I've done a little demo again. Let's have a look. So I have created my own world. I have obviously put the blueprints in, which I've transferred them all over and recreated them from scratch in a VR environment. At the moment I'm just running in this mode so we can see something, and I'm just going to zoom out a second. And what I've done is I've generated these particular objects, different lat longs, and as part of that I wanted to simulate these things moving. What you can see is that I'm changing the latitude and longitude programmatically. What you can't see is they are not moving, which is obviously a problem if I'm doing a simulation. If I'm moving my head, it does not trigger the recalculation of where the boxes should be, because the latitude and longitude are changing. I've changed the numbers up and down so that they would the boxes should be jumping from one place to another, but that code is not being called. And what's happening is, on every frame we have this render view, and as part of this render view it should go to get to reposition all actors and update coordinate systems. This is what I care about. The problem is with the code currently, I think it's designed for just associated with camera movements by the looks of it. So the position doesn't change, and it's assuming that the objects themselves are going to be static in latitude and longitude, which would mean that I would have to destroy and create the objects every time in order to make them move, which would be quite inefficient, but I assume it's possible. So what comes on here is that this one, ArcGIS renderer, you can see is being called, and we do have update coordinate system. So if I run that, we can see this position all actors, and what should be happening is we should be landing on the position all actors. And what should be happening is the actor location and rotation should be changing. So each of the actors that have these particular classes, especially this one, this is the objects that I am using at the moment, it should be updating their location and rotation. And I know this is not the case because we can see that these locations are not changing, but the latitude is changing. What would be good is if this reposition call for the actors, if that could be made public without having the coordinate system if possible, or it can be explicitly called. So in the cases where I have my moving objects, that would be great. What I believe I would have to do is call reposition actors, whatever the case, and separate this out into a different function in order to be able to call it in the first place, to have these objects start moving. So I think it might be a small change. The second thing is there'll be another video after talking about the VR aspects of this. There'll be a couple of things that need to change, I believe, to get it working in some way. But that's the next video. Thanks.